Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video we are going to be going through the Weaver level 50 through 70 job quests. Probably my favorite of the crafters considering how funny and hilarious the 1 through 50 quests were. So, Rose, what's going on, buddy? It's been ages since I last saw you. Greetings, Cecil. I trust you haven't let your needlework lapse since last we spoke. I'm busy as ever, of course. The orders come and go and go. The orders come and go and go and come. Sometimes I miss when I could wander abroad to study fashion, but that time is long past. The burden of being a guildmaster, I suppose. But you, my friend, are free as a bird, aren't you? I wonder if I might travel vicariously through you, Cecil. I'd love nothing more than to learn what seamstresses have drained up during the Holy Sea's isolation. Yes, you can work there as a proper weaver to learn the taste of lords and ladies alike. If you serve a noble house, all the better. I suppose it does raise the question of which noble house, of course. I have no connections in the Holy See, I'm afraid, and my knowledge of Ishgard is limited. Well, save for House Halienart. The sigil is a red rose upon the field of black. Rose is a rose is a rose, as they say, and if one of the guardsmen has any wit, then you may well land a commission. Other than that, I'll leave you to your own devices. Good luck. Thanks, guy. He didn't really give me a whole lot to go off of, but I will do my best. I can't make any promises, though. Have we worked for a weaver? No, lass, I'm afraid we've not got the guild for such now. But the way I hear it, House Durandare is rolling the coin. Make your pitch to one of their guards, and mayhap they'll throw some custom your way. Oh boy, is Durandare the one? Isn't Durandare the asshole house? I know Zemail is pretty asshole-ish, but I don't know about Durandare. Why am I going in circles for? I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Road Sparrow? I think we're getting ourselves in over our heads on this one. Work? I can't promise you anything, miss. It's above my station. But one moment. I do remember hearing that Madame Glenda was looking for one with your skills. She's a widow of a noble and the most devout soul in Ishgard. I imagine you'll find her in St. Reminaud's Cathedral. Got me sent all over the place. Okay, Glenda? Why, yes, I'm Glenda. And you're a weaver? Praise Helona, you're the answer to my prayers. Consider yourself hired. That easy? Shit! Which finance job was that easy? Damn. I could quit retail in a heartbeat if I could find a job that fast. It's my daughter, Averil. I'm schooling her in weaving, but no matter what I say, she doesn't learn. I've spent moons working with the child to no avail. I had nowhere to turn but to the Fury, and I begged her for a proper tutor. Now you're here. Please go to my daughter. I've told her time and again to stay at home, but she is the most willful child, so you'll likely find her idling about near the Ark of the Venerable. Okay. I can't remember. Oh, that's the astrologian. Agilocin, whatever the hell that place is called. I can never. The Athenum. The atheist. Whatever it is. Hello, child. Yes, I'm Averill. Did Mother hire you? A pleasure to meet you then. I was just taking a breath of air. It's so delightfully fresh here, unlike my stuffy old house. Honestly, I can't stand being stuck indoors. It's always been just me and Mother. She lost father to the war and took comfort in religion, but now she's only ever at the cathedral praying or at home to tell me how to talk, how to dress, how to act. I wanted to be a chirurgeon to knighthood. I'd even gotten quite good at conjuring, but would Mother allow it? No, I wasn't maidenly enough. Instead, she saddled me with this insufferable weaving. No offense. Yes, I know she's worried about losing me, but I ask you, what harm is there to me leaving the house? She's trying to keep me trapped in her little bloody cage for all of my life. Oh boy. Speak of the devil. And there you are, Averill. Ah, I see you've met your new weaving instructor. Order anything you wish, my girl. Her work can be something you aspire to. But remember, practice makes perfect. So practice! And I've told you 1,000 times that a maid of your birth shouldn't hang around a place like this. You belong at home, alongside your loom and rosary. Is that clear? Yes, Mother. Ugh. Oh boy. What am I to do? I can't say no to her. She sacrificed so much, raising me by herself. But I can't live like this forever. So I'm forced to lie. My needlework isn't so bad in reality, but she knew that. I have no intention of studying under you, kind as you seem to be. I simply have no need to. But since Mother already has you on retainer, I suppose I could do some new clothes. And my skills aren't equal to yours. So when I find an article I can't make myself, I will be in touch with you with my order. Until then, I feel bad for the girl. Man, she's kind of stuck in a iffy situation. Can't say no. I feel bad for her. Excellent. I know you were expecting me to have an order for you, but something else has come up. I wonder if you might keep my mother occupied for a spell. I plan to have tea with my conjurer friends, and Mother won't let me go. She said she hasn't said anything, of course, but she's hidden my favorite dress. I know what that means, but I am going, and in that dress too. He'll be there, my first sweetheart, and I would just die if he sees me in anything else. I know how this must seem to you, but my point is that I'll need time to search my house, and I've no one else to turn to. Please keep my mother busy. She'll be where she always is, in the cathedral. Just ask her about her religion or something. That'll keep her there for bells. Huh. Well, I'm not much for religion myself, but fine. I'll just smile and nod in one ear and out the other. That's how I always handle things that I have no interest in actually listening to. Cecila, you haven't come to pray, have you? Yes, I am one with Helone. A likely story. You wandered in here out of boredom, didn't you? Has my daughter made even a single request of you? Of course not. If only she'd take weaving and forget this chirurgeon nonsense. You may think me unfair, but my daughter is everything to me, and I cannot. When I lost my husband, I would have lost my mind had it not been for Averill. I won't let the war take her from me too. There's absolutely no need for her to see battle. But her so-called friends seem to speak of nothing but fighting. They're a little more than maids, but do they act maidenly? Really, the young ladies these days are. Huh. Dear me, I've talked your ear off. Well, I'd best be getting home now. Thank you, though. If only more of your young were as good listeners as you. I think I smiled and nodded enough. Alright, let's see if she found the dress. Because, that was a boring conversation. Cecil, I found my dress. It's hardly a splendid evening gown, but Mother never bought me better. I couldn't find the dress gloves though. Mother must have thrown them away. In fairness, I'd used them so much that the fingers had worn through. Could you make me a new pair? I'd like something tasteful that matches my dress. Only rainbow gloves would do it, I should think, as pretty as you can make. Here you go. These are absolutely gorgeous, Tesla. The cloth has such a luster and the stitching is so fine. Why, I feel as though I could dance. They're so wonderful. I never could have made something so splendid. It must be so sublime to bring happiness to people with your handiwork. Oh, and tea! Tea will be all more wonderful now. Can't wait to see what my childhood sweetheart thinks of these. It's been beastly trying to meet him, you know, because Mother had never approved of him being from the Brum. But he's the most gentle soul. Albeit a bit clumsy. I don't know what he'd do without me. Well, now I've seen your work with my own 2 eyes. There are about 100 things I'd like you to make. I'll be in touch. After tea, of course. Alright, how was tea? It was absolutely perfect, Cecil. Tea, I mean. My sweetheart was there. He hadn't changed a bit, the clumsy dear. It's just, he's not doing so well. He didn't have the head for Condry, so he's given it up. Now he means to serve House Durandare as a soldier. But he's just not cut out for it. I realize he has no choice, but his first battle is fast approaching and I'm worried he won't come back. So I'm going with him. The poor thing needs someone to watch over him. I can't just go to war, though. I'll need to be accepted as a Chirurgeon first, and that means getting my Condry up to snuff. I'll need the proper attire, too, if you catch my drift. Firstly, I want a hat. It can't be just a Chirurgeon's hat, though. Mother will catch wind of my plans in an instant. No, I'll only get away with this if it looks like something of a prime young lady would wear. Unfortunately, I have no idea what's in fashion, let alone what the prime young ladies are wearing. That's where I'd like you to begin. I'm sure the more dapper townsfolk would be happy to tell you about their hats. Alright. I'm on a fashion investigation. Fashion is so not my thing. This is like one of my least interested topics I'd like to be a part of. Hey guy, tell me about your hat. What hats are in vogue season? In vogue this season? Cavalier's hats. Everyone who's anyone knows that. I didn't, but I guess I'm not a hat person. Oh, Cavalier's hats are all the rage. Knights wore them first, of course, so they lend the wearer an air of chivalry. Well, I got my answer. I gotta be chivalry. Cavalier's hats. Huh, who'd have thought? Well, in any case, that takes care of the form. But what of the function? I suppose we want something that lends itself to healing, but I'm not sure what that would entail. Your guildmaster knows something of this. He must have an opinion of the matter. Could you ask him for me? Alright. Let's go pay a visit to Rose. Well, that is a tale I hadn't expected to hear. And this girl wants a hat she can wear as easy as about town as into battle. This is tricky. I wouldn't expect civilians to commonly wear cavalier's hats like you're describing. I wonder if Fishguard's taste in fashion stems from her people's warring spirit. But that's neither here nor there. As to your question, the best fabric for healers is woven with fibers that absorb ether. I suggest using holy rainbow cloth, for not only is its conductivity superb, but it should also make for a gorgeous hat. Alright. Then I got what she needs. Thanks for your input, guy. I'm good to see what you and your guildmaster come up with. Ha! I had a healing. Oh, thank you. It's quite fetching on me, if I do say so myself. And best of all, no one would mistake me for a healer. Well, let's put it to oh. Freskin? What in heaven's name? Thank you, Averil. The pain's all gone. You got a great hand with healing magic, the same as ever. What happened to you? Did you hurt yourself training? Not quite. I was tired out from all the running about, and I lost my foot on the way down from the hoplin, and I fell down the stairs. Ha! Ha ha! Ha! Clumsy! Clumsy indeed. Ha! So this is Freskin, my friend, who I told you about earlier. The sweetheart. Averil, you look beautiful. That cap you got on is really something. Isn't it just? And it's particularly a condor's hat. This flavor made it for me, for my practice. This way mother would never. Oh God, it's my mother! Freskin, you need to go! Now! There'll be a bloodbath if she finds you here. I told you it was clumsy. What in the world would he do without me? Well, when I need another favor, I'll let you know. But for now, it's best practice, practice, practice. How Sardar takes only the best of as Churgians. Well, I wish you luck. Uh-oh. Eavesdropper! Got a spy in our midst. She knows what we're doing. Since I have wonderful tidings, House Durandare has accepted me as a Churgian. I can go with Freskin now. Of course, I've yet to tell Mother, but she's been acting strangely. Why, she even asked me to spend a wolf donation, and she told me that she needed it last bell. So I worked as fast as I could and just finished it. I hate to ask, but would you be your dear and take it to her? I ought to deliver it myself, but Freskin has been training with his master at arms, and I'm worried about him. I'll have to inspect him when he gets back to make sure he's alright. Oh, God. You? What are you doing here? Oh, I hoped Avril would come herself. I wasn't expecting her until later. She shouldn't have finished it this quickly. Maybe she is improving. Very well. Tell her to make a set of monastic robes. If she can't do it, she will not be leaving the house on these ridiculous outings. I will forbid it. She has everything she needs for weaving her chambers. And don't you dare make the robes for her. If you sew so much as one stitch, I will be able to tell. Oh boy. Ugh. I mean, I get why I get that she wants to keep her safe, but this is a little much. Freskin is safe, though he managed to bang himself up a bit on the road home somehow. Now, what a mother. She wasn't too angry, was she? Is that a chest? I can't just make monastic robes with The flick of my wrist? It's as if she's sensed I'm lying. Why else would she burden me with an impossible task and take my freedom if I fail? Gods, if only you could do it for me. But Mother will notice, and then I'll be locked at home forever and ever. I'll just roll up my sleeves and do it myself. Where do I begin? What do you use for a monastic? Oh, that's right, crawler silk. Ugh. It's possible to find any quality in Ishgard. It's not cheating if you spin me the silk and I make the robe, is it? That's it. I can do this if you make me 3 spindles, please. I got your spindles. I mean, technically, I'm not sewing a single stitch. I'm just giving her spindles. Beautiful! This is exactly what I expect from you, Tesla. God's willing, it shouldn't be too hard to make monastic robes using these materials. I'll be getting to weaving them now. Wait here. I'd like you to look over my effort. Well, that turned out much better than I expected. All thanks to the cross silk you spun me, I dare say. Averil, what are you doing loafing about here? I gave you a task. Hello to you too, Mother. And the robes are finished. What? How? Did Cecil make them for you? Are you passing her work off as your own? Don't lie to me, girl. My mother, you wrong me. She did obtain the materials, but I stitched the robes from collar to hem entirely by myself, thank you. The seams aren't quite even. Very much your handiwork. I'm so happy you're satisfied, Mother. I take it you have your permission to be away from home more often. It's just been more pleasant outside, don't you think? Arrogant girl. You remind me of... Yeesh. What in the world? Oh, who cares? She didn't say no. Look at all the time I need to practice conjuring now. Thank you, Cecila. I'll call again for one last request, if that's alright. Just before Fresca and I leave. Ugh. You gonna elope? Never leave without a goodbye. Fresca and I will be bound for the front line soon. I'm ready for it. Well, mostly. I have one last request for you, at least for the time being. Could you create me a garment to wear into battle? Mother doesn't know I'm leaving, and I'm not telling her. It's imperative that the clothing be sufficiently fashionable, lest she grows suspicion of my true plans. Could you speak with the townsfolk again? I'd like to blend in with them, as to make her think I'm off on some social outing. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you've seen how Mother gets. I don't want her worry. No matter what I say, she won't understand. I just can't be what she wants me to be. No, the less she knows my plans, the better. I don't know if this is the right way. I don't know if this is the right way to approach it, but okay. You don't want your mother to worry, but you're gonna up and leave without so much as telling her that you're leaving. You know, that's really not helping your cause here. All right, who am I talking to? This is a big area. My outfit? I'm fine that you ask. This is my finest Blayod? Blayod? I don't know. Blayod, and I paired it with my cavalier's hat. It does seem to be what everyone's wearing these days. Oh. Anyone else fashionable around here? This is a big area, so there's gotta be somebody here. Aha. What to wear with the cavalier's hat? Why, a doublet, a doublet, of course. But it must match your cap, or you'll look as strange as a goblin with a gooble's head. Like Gaboos. Gaboo! I always say Gabu. It's Gaboo. I think it's Gaboo. Gabo? Fuck if I know. I think I think of Hugh, then just add the B, like, so Gaboo. You know, Hugh, Gaboo. At least to me, it makes sense. So the townsfolk are wearing blyahs and doublets. I'm quite fond of both styles. The double would do for me. It reminds me of an old one we've gotten at home. I always thought it was quite pretty. Perhaps Mother wore it back when she became so dull. If I could use it, I would, but it's not meant for battle. Actually, could you speak with your guildmaster about that? As with my hat, the doublet will need to serve as armor too. Oh my god. Alright, Rose. I need your advice again. Don't mind me stepping over your stuff. Good heavens, off to war now, is she? I suppose that is Ishgard's way. It is a pity that she means to further deceive her own mother. But I understand her request. She may not return from her battle, and if you must go, go with style. Why, you could say the fabric of Ishgardian life is woven from loss. That is why their art was as such beauty. Their lives were as glorious candles, burning twice as bright but half as long. I dare say that Jim will inspire me for some time, Cecilla. But you were asking about fabrics. We discussed how magic wielders' needs are best served by fibers in the absorbed ether, yes? Then have you considered where the battle will be fought? Corthus is a frigid, and frostbite can kill it just as easy as dragon fire. Only the warmest of fabrics will do. Chimeric felt. A chivalric doublet of healing made of this ought to suit Averil's needs. Okay, let's go find out. Alright, lass, I got your doublet. And it's a high quality one too at that, so enjoy it. It's stunning! Well, I'll be the bio of the battlefield. Thank you so much. Now there's nothing holding me back. I do wish Mother... No, best she doesn't know. Prescott and I'll go via the Ark of Worthy. So please see us off there. It's bad luck to leave without a soul to say goodbye to. Oh boy. Ark of the Worthy, huh? Where's that at? Where is that? That's the gates, right? No. Yes. It's somewhere! It's somewhere and then nowhere. Alright. Alright, let's see how this pans out. Thank you for coming, Cecilla. When I return, I'll be sure to tell you all about our adventures. But if I don't make it back, tell Mother I was chasing my dreams. That I was happy. Farewell, my friend. Averil! Where are you going dressed like that? Huh. She followed you. She is. As I say, we're going to the front. To the feet! Right, darling? That's why I'm wearing my finest for the feet. Is that so? We'll cancel your plans. The cathedral is needed of more monastic robes. Right this very instant. Cannot wait, Mother. I've been dreaming of this party for so long. And your party is more important than the God's work. Your last robes were so well received. I think you'll need to make 100 sets. You can do it, yes. You want the truth, Mother? I'm a Churgian. I'm leaving for the front lines tonight with my sweetheart. Please don't try to stop me. I couldn't bear sitting at home praying for my Reskin's safety when I could see it to myself. It's bad luck, you know, to leave without letting me say goodbye. Ugh. Your raiments gave you away, dear. I know a Churgian's doublet when I see it. I wore one myself. I just hoped you never would. I went to war too. Your father was so gallant, and I was in love with him. How could I not go? But I never told him I was with child. He died not knowing, because I was slow when I needed it to be fast. He died because of me. And that guilt destroyed the woman I was. I gave up conjuring to raise you. I tried to forget my mistakes through Halone. I never wanted you to know war. If keeping you from harm meant keeping you home, so be it. And then I saw you studying conjuring with him. I panicked. Everything I could do to stop you, I tried. And my actions only drove you further towards the battlefield. But the doublet suits you. Back when I was young and sincere and passionate, I'm sure it suited me too. I do remember that desire to do good, to protect the ones I love. Go, Averil. Go with my blessing. But keep him safe and promise me you'll be back. I promise, Mother, and everything I hold dear. Thank you. And thank you, Cecilla. That's it? No closing arguments? Okay. That was very anticlimactic. No final words from the mother, huh? Okay. So far, I think that was probably the weakest level 50 to the 60 storyline for a crafter yet. Cecilla is the person I was hoping to see. I trust you've been keeping your needlework as sharp as ever. But of course you have. You didn't become my foremost protege by slacking in your studies, now did you? Anyhow, I was just on my way to meet a most promising prospective business partner. I believe he'd be most interested in making your acquaintance. The man in question is the young master of Daitanya, a purveyor of traditional fabrics and garments in Kugane, far to the east. Having recently taken over the family business from his father, he is traveling the world to seek out new fashions and trends that he might introduce to his homeland. An admirable goal, would you not agree? I get to present the guild to our client in the best possible light. He gets to meet one of our finest, and you are a rare first-hand look at Far Eastern needlecraft. And you get a rare first-hand look at Far Eastern needlecraft. Did I say there's something in it for everyone? So what say you? Why not? Sounds interesting. Sounds better than my last escapade, and that's why I like you, Cecilla. Why don't you go on ahead and give our man a warm welcome to Ul'dah? As he expressed an interest in seeing our markets, I propose we meet at the Ruby Road Exchange. Ul'dah has recognized him by his traditional Eastern garb. Go along, and I shall be with you as soon as I've tied up a few loose ends around the guild. Alright. Hopefully this is a more fun task than my escapades in the north. This is not it. Where am I going? Oh, I'm not even close to where I'm meant to be. You said market, so I assumed here. I don't come to Ul'dah much. Ul'dah is like my least favorite main city. I don't like Ul'dah at all. Yes, I'm Kaime of Daitanya, purveyor of the finest kimono in Kugane. Do I have the honor of speaking to Redolent Rose of the Weavers Guild? Good eye, Cecilla. I see you had no trouble finding our esteemed guests. Welcome to Ul'dah, Master Kamai. I am Redolent Rose, and the honor is all mine. This is Cecilla Roy, one of the most talented young weavers I've personally had the pleasure of training. I trust you have had the chance to take in the sights a bit. Should you have any questions regarding Ul'dah fashion or custom, any at all, Cecilla here would be all too happy to answer them. Isn't that so, Cecilla? I guess. Sure. A most generous offer, Master Rose. I must confess that, though my companion and I arrived but a short time ago, we've seen colors and patterns of so many and wondrous that we are still feeling a measure of overwhelmed by it all. One thing, however, is certain. This land does not lack for visual stimulation. It is, as young Master says. I was particularly taken with the dress of the dancing girls, and the manner in which I served to bring out the feminine grace of their movements. I must agree, though, they did seem to expose the skin more than we are accustomed to seeing. No doubt this is in large part due to the warmer climes. In my homeland of Hingashi, we have a saying, "A clouded moon blossoms in the rain." To put it in your tongue, one might say, beauty obscured is all the more beautiful. And dress as well, modesty is the highest of virtues. I fear the garments we have seen may be a bit too bold for my countrymen. I see. Yes, when introducing new fashions to new land, one would be remiss not to consider matters of culture and climate alike. To that end, maybe the more conservative garb of Ishgard might be a more suitable starting point. Ishgard. Though I have never traveled there myself, the tales I have heard say that the snow and ice cover the lands in all seasons. I can only imagine that the silks of such a nation will not overexpose the flesh. Without seeking them with my own eyes, of course, this is but little but speculation. Funny you should say that, my friend. There's a ball to be held at the palace not bells from now, and a delegation from the Holy See is scheduled to attend. What better opportunity to see the finest fashions our neighbors to the north have to offer? A chance to witness this guardian attire firsthand right here in Ul'dah. This is the most fortunate timing indeed. If it would not be too much of a burden, my companion and I would like nothing more than take you up on your most kind offer. Say no more. It would be pleasure. It would be pleasure. Blah, blah, blah. It would be Cecilla's pleasure. She'd also be happy to share with you her wealth of knowledge on Ishgardian aesthetics, wouldn't you, Cecilla? I told you she was the best we had. If we're looking to get the best view of the procession, the Royal Promenade should be just a spot. And I suggest you hurry along. There'll be no shortage of would-be spectators, I imagine. Thank you both for your kindness. Mistress Rai, my companion and I will await you at this Royal Promenade. Did you hear that, Cecilla? In case the gravity of the moment has been lost on you, you stand on the verge of a potentially historic moment in the guild history. Should Master Kamai take a liking to us, Ul'dah families will find a new audience across the Ruby Sea, and in turn we'll bring the new exotic fashions of the East to the Sultanate. No, to all of Eorzea. I've never felt this inspired since... Why, I can't even remember when. I must return to the guild and put the designs in my head to parchment at once. Now, hurry to our client's side, Cecilla. I'm counting on you. The man's very excited. Alright. To the Royal Promenade we go! Ah, Mr. Sarai, you've come at a perfect time. Are those two gentlemen not part of the Asgardian delegation? What are we looking at? Oh! It's these two! I say, how can anyone abide this infernal heat? If they had the courage to inform me in advance, I would have worn something that breathes a little more. Breathe a little more. Well, I have half a mind to go change into something more comfortable. My lord, if I may be so bold as to remind you, it is for the very purpose of displaying this attire that House Helinar disdained to participate in these festivities. Lord Artorial would not approve if you were to... Yes, I'm not daft, Honoroy. Go against brother's wishes? The fear forbid. Now, whatever it is keeping my lady. After all, it is for her and her alone that a human brother's request. What are you looking for? Oh, look at you. Do not say a word. Ha! My lady, as ever, I find myself without words to properly convey the elegance before mine eyes. Surely you are a rose among the weeds, your beauty blossoming even in this god-forsaken desert. But I forget my manners. Might I, Emma... I think I called you Emma, didn't I? Emma de Four Toms have the honor of escorting you to the ballroom. Huh. If only you could show that such poise on the battlefield. Did you say something, my lady? You seem pensive somehow. Mayhap you are feeling less than confident about your dancing abilities? Or not, I shall take the lead and you need but follow. Do take heart, Lady Laniat. I can't say with some confidence that dances may have the one discipline in which Lord Emma's actual ability measures up to his words. And this is supposed to comfort me. At least in the battlefield I can hold my own against this. Bah, the ignominy of it all. Glad to see these guys haven't changed at all. So those are the sort of garments favored in Ishgard. Indeed, they exude a reserved, tasteful elegance. This is doubtless a reflection of the long history and traditions of the nation, both similar and different from our own. Clad in such robes, any man or woman would surely look as if they were born into nobility. The garment worn by the red-haired girl was most exquisite indeed. Pray tell, whatever might it be called? I can't tell you. A bustle, you say? The word is unfamiliar to me. Still, I could scarce take my eyes off it. Why I would not gift one of my very own? Oh, then I suppose we must move forward with the proposed arrangement. Let's return to the guild at once and settle the details of Master Rose. Mistress Rai, your guidance and your company both have been most appreciated. I trust we will be seeing much more of each other in the coming days to come. Till then, I don't get to say hello to my buddies? Young master tells me that you're a hero who has traveled this realm far and wide. This is true, yes. I can only imagine the gorgeous robes and gowns your eyes have seen. You won't believe it. Young master also tells me that you are a talented weaver in your own right, who has fashioned no end of wonders. Would that one day I might clad with this humble body and one of your creations. But I forget myself. Till we meet next again, my friend. These guys seem more easy to deal with. Image up. Walking all over your stuff. I knew I could count on you, Cecila. Allow me to announce the momentous news. Our guild has entered in an exclusive trade partnership with Daitanya of Kugane. Mistress Rai, thanks in no small part to your most generous guidance at the promenade, I am pleased to say that negotiations went most smoothly. Our esteemed guest and his companion were both most taken with your aesthetic sensitivities. Is that not so, Master Kamai? It is indeed, Master Rose spoke quite passionately about the many wonders you have wrought for your clients. I can scarcely wait to entrust you with the commission of my own. Though the journey is a long one, it will be an honor to welcome you to Kugane one day. Would it not, young master? It most certainly would be. And with that, we had best be on our way home. Master Rose, Mr. Spry, we look forward to a long and fruitful partnership. Well done, Cecily. Yes, I do believe this marks the start of a new era for our guild. Mind you, this means we, and by we, I primarily mean you, must work harder than ever. Your wares will be the face of our guild in a whole new land after all, and you simply must make a good impression. Yeah, I guess first impressions are always important. Cecily, you must be to see the shipment of silks that just arrived from our clients, our new friends from across the Ruby Sea. Simply exquisite. If I do say so myself, I can scarcely wait to see what wonders or weavers might work with them. But before that, there is a more important task in hand. The package also contained a letter from Daitanya, a person requesting your presence to Kugane to oversee a series of commissions that, in Master Kamai's own words, could forever shape the fashion trends of our nation. A rather unusual request, but one that speaks to the importance of the client and Master Kamai's own uncompromising devotion to the quality of his wares. I can see no reason to refuse. It will, needless to say, entail a long, wearying journey, but you wouldn't think of turning down an opportunity to study the fashions of the Far East and to curry favor with a valuable business partner in the process, would you? Of course you wouldn't. I look forward to seeing what wonders you might work with your needle next time we meet. Godspeed, and do convey my regards to Master Kamai. Lord. Man, I get you very excited, but I think you need to tone it down a little bit. Ugh. Mrs. Ride, it is a pleasure and an honor to welcome you to Kugane. I trust that your journey was not an unpleasant one. Allow me to explain why I've summoned you all the way to these shores. Be happy to remember the most exotic Ashgardian bustle we saw at the ball in Ul'dah. I would commission from you a similar garment that I might give to a certain Gecko, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Gecko, who has struck my fancy. But forgive me, our culture and tongue are still unfamiliar to you, no doubt. Trained in the traditional arts of song and dance, the one we call Gecko entertain at feasts, banquets, and the like. You might think of them as akin to the dancing girls of your land, albeit clad in more modest dress. It is a popular pastime among the moneyed class of Kugane to seek out young Maiko, as Gecko in training are known, and become her patron, lending her whatever support one might. Seeing a faltering child blossom into a beautiful flower, and knowing that you played a part in her journey, is a pleasure like none other. I am pleased to say that the particular Maiko whom I took under my wings some time ago also has formally been promoted to the position of Gecko. At first I thought to present her with the finest kimono from my own stock, but where would the romance in that? No, to truly do justice to the occasion, I would gift her with a dress fashioned by one of Eorzea most renowned weavers. That would be you, Mrs. Rai. This is a new age, my friend, and it's past time the people of Kugane open their eyes and hearts to the culture and customs of the West. Where is it written that my precious butterfly cannot perform a Hinkin dance clad in Ashgardian silks? Nowhere, I say. As a fellow aesthete, surely you agree. Now I'd have you speak to the girl in question, that you might best tailor your work to her form and her needs. You'll find her in Sanjo Hanamachi, the flower district, as one might say in your tongue, where she and her fellow Gecko reside. Ugh. What a mouthful! Mrs. Rai, Master Kamai said he would call for you, but I did not believe he would come. You have proven me wrong, and for this I am grateful. I am in Kodocho. Do not speak of this with Master Kamai, but in truth, commissioning you from you a dress in the Ishgardian tradition was not his idea, but my own. To make a name for oneself here in Hanamachi, mere skill at song and dance wouldn't suffice. No, one must possess a unique quality, something to catch the eye of the audience, to stand above and distinguish oneself from the shrubs and weeds. Master Kamaya was quite taken with my idea. I would have been content with the dress alone, but he insisted on bringing you here in person, that you might tailor it especially to me. You do us both a great honor, and for this we thank you. I have but two simple requests. The bustle should be the same color as the kimono I now wear, with a pattern evoking the wings of a butterfly. That is the meaning of my name, you see. A name given to me by my ephemeral beauty. Master Kamaya will furnish you with the material you require. It is said that a Gaiko's kimono is as a suit of armor to a samurai. And let me assure you that the battles fought here in the Hanamachi are as fierce as those fought on any battlefield. The dress you fashion for me will be my armor. I place my very life in your hands. Ooh. Way to lower on the pressure. Well, you spoke with Karacho, I presume. What manner of dress did my butterfly request of you? Frills akin to the butterfly's wings? A most inspired idea, if I do say so myself. Karacho is an ambitious girl and most particular about the garments she wears. It is no small task, but I have full confidence in your ability to fashion a dress that will help her rise above the crowd. Needless to say, Daitanya is honored to provide you with the materials you require free of charge. You need but speak to my man Nagiri here and inform him of your needs. Alright. Yes, I need your stuff. Give me your stuff. Alright, talk to you if I bung it up. Look. That was easy. Huh. There you go. Remarkable why it is so light and gossamer seems to take flight. I would have Korochi try it on at once. Nagiri, send a messenger to the Hanamachi with all haste. Let's see, young master. Does it suit me? Look at that. I'm hearing music. Oh shit, that's my alarm that's going off. Hang on. I was wondering, I was hearing like a chime in the background. I was like, wait, where's this chime coming from? It's my phone alarm. Oh. There we go. Beyond my wildest dreams, my dearest Korocho. The imitable elegance of an Asgardian countess, combined with the fragile grace of a fluttering butterfly, you shimmer and shine with the beauty of two worlds brought together as one. Excuse me. Wear this dress at your first public appearance as a Gaiko, and all attendants will lose themselves in rapturous bliss. I'm sure of it. You're a most kind young master. I feared that such an extravagant attire might not suit me, but my fears are no more. I'm honored to begin my life as a Gaiko and with your most exotic creation, Mistress Rai. To the both of you, this I promise. I'll not let your generous gift go to waste. Yes, Korocho shall spread her wings and fly high, ushering in the winds of change to Kugane. Okay. Mistress Rai, I cannot thank you enough. It would not be an overstatement to say that your bustle has swept the discriminating patrons of the Hanamachi clear off their feet. Though she may lack the experience and name value of her seniors, Korocho's services are in the highest of demand. As proof of this, my butterfly has received the most prestigious of invitations. A call to perform at the inaugural Kaiko Odori. The Kaiko Odori is to be a celebration of the opening of Kugane's port to the world, and an ideal opportunity to introduce our cultural traditions to foreign dignitaries and luminaries who have just recently arrived on Hingan shores. Only the most accomplished and celebrated Geico are being chosen for this occasion. For a fledgling such as Kodocho to receive the call, this can only be a sign that a new dawn is breaking before our eyes. When a butterfly makes her debut before the world, none but the finest in dresses will do. Might I commission your services once more, Mistress Rai? I would trust the job to none other. As before the particulars of the design, I shall leave to Kodocho herself. Clearly the girl possesses an unparalleled eye for fashion. Pray visit her in the Hanamachi and see what she has in mind. This is gonna be a lot of running back and forth, isn't it? I see she's still wearing the dress. Look at her. It's an honor to welcome you back, friend. The bustle you fashioned for me has caught the eye of many. Night after night am I summoned to the wealthiest merchants and landowners of Kugane, who would spare no expense to spend a night in my company. But why limit myself to my own countrymen when there's a whole world out there to enthrall and entrance? If I can win the favor of our honored guests at the Kaiko Dori, there's no telling the heights to which I may soar. Dreams I never dared to dream will be within my reach. However, one matter concerns me. I'm accustomed to dancing in inns and tea houses, yet these festivities will be held outdoors, under the open sky. I wonder what manner of dresses are preferred for such an occasion in your homeland. One that allows you to move more freely. I see. Yes, on a wide open stage, I cannot afford to wear a garment that might restrict my range of motion. A dress of light, supple fabric would certainly suffice. Whatever one would call for such a garment, might I ask? A spring dress, you say? How very delightful. It calls to mind cherry blossoms dancing and twirling in a gentle breeze. Why, the very thought sets my heart aflutter. But don't not forget, friend, light and airy though it may be, the dress will serve as my armor in the fiercest of battles, fiercest battle yet. I'm counting on you to see that I emerge triumphant. Do pass along my regards to the young master. Alright. Welcome back, Mrs. Rai. Do tell, what manner of dress do you intend to fashion for my butterfly this time? A dress that flutters like petals in the spring breeze? How absolutely delightful. I can only begin to envision what you have in mind, but surely it will evoke a sense of freedom and frolic entirely unlike our traditional kimono. Please begin your work with my blessing. As before, I went, okay. Give me my materials! There you go. This is simply stunning, my friend. I knew you would not let us down. That said, is the neckline not a touch low? No matter, we must summon Kodocho at once. Yagiri sent a messenger to the Hanamachi. Let's see what she thinks. Young master, Mrs. Rai, what say you? I say nothing, my butterfly, for your unspeakable beauty has robbed me of all words. My worries about the neckline are for naught. The slender grace of your shoulders, why you're as delicate orchid blooming in the warmth of the spring sun. Yes, I can see it now. When you dance for the world at the Kaiko Odori, a spring breeze will blow down from the mountains high and sweep Pingan and Aijin alike into a glorious rapture. Your words make me blush, young master. It is by your patronage and talents of Mistress Rai that I've come this far. But I assure you this is only the beginning. When I take to the stage of the Kako Odori, a new legend will be born. A legend? I trust this means you'll not be tripping over your own 2 feet, as you did yesterday at yesterday's lesson, and the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before, for that matter. Ugh. Who's this? Forgive me, Kototsuru. I meant no disrespect. I know your dancing ability far exceeds my own, but must you be so cruel about it? I speak only the truth. A truth that all can see. All save these 2 Koban rag merchant and the amateur aesthetes who waste their coin on a clumsy child who hides her shameful lack of skill with gaudy, uncultured garb. Why, I may be a child, but my skill at dance may be lacking, but I am training as hard as any in the Flower District. I'm winning hearts with each passing day. With every night new customers flock to see me. New customers? I ask you this, my clumsy little caterpillar. How many of them come back? Your curiosity, and oddity, and little more. One night with you in your outlandish dresses, and they have had their fill for a lifetime. There are so many patrons, wealthy patrons of Kugane, and they value tradition. Fail to win their hearts, and your career will be as fleeting as a cicada who will not live to see the autumn. But I must be on my way. My customers are calling. Well, she's a delight. That was Kototsuru, the most senior and celebrated of all the Gaiko. She is also the one charged with training her younger sisters, though she can be something of a harsh taskmistress, as you just saw. I'll show her. There's more to being a Gaiko than stuffy old traditions. I may still be young, but I am the future of Kugane. I will soar high atop the Flower District long after that fussy old crane has gone home to roost. She can keep her stuffy old bureaucrats and merchants. I require no more than the young master and Mistress Rai at my side. Kotocho's star is rising, and at the Kaiko Odori, it will shine brightest of all. She's got fire. She's got a fire in her eye. Mrs. Rai would be pleased to hear that Kaiko Odori was a rousing success, and thanks in no smart to you, of course, Kotocho was a star of the show. The foreign dignitaries in attendance were positively smitten at the sight of a Gaiko performing a traditional Hinkin dance clad in a strikingly Aorisian dress. A true fusion of East and West, the old and the new. What's more, ever since the inns and tea houses of the Flower District are packed with Asian customers, many of whom ask for a butterfly night after night, so much for Kototsuru and her haughty words of warning. With her popularity ever burgeoning, my butterfly has received another prestigious invitation, this time from none other than the Bugyo himself. Kugane's highest magistrate will be holding an exclusive banquet at his estate for guests of official state, and he has called on a select group of Gaiko to entertain them. If Kotocho can win the favor of the Bugyo and his associates, none will be able to dismiss her as a passing fancy destined to vanish like the foam in the water. Needless to say, the importance of the occasion has not been lost on the dear girl. She has asked for me for another gift, and who are we to refuse? I humbly request you call upon her at the residence of the Hanamachi and take note of her every wish. Alright. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Can you believe this, Mistress Rai? Kototsuru insists I attend the Bugyo's banquet in a traditional silk kimono. What right does she have to make such a decision? She's a senior to me, yes, but I am my own woman. Tell her what you've told me, friend. Tell her that my boldness is an indispensable part of what makes me me. There you go again, Kotocho, dragging others into your petty squabbles. Can you not see this foreigner has more important matters on her mind? Pray forgive Kotocho for her rudeness, Mistress Rai. She cannot help being the petulant little girl she is. There you go again, Kototsuru, always thinking you know what's best for me. I'm dragging Mistress Rai into nothing. She fashions her masterworks for me because she believes in me in my dream, as Master Kamai does. Is it not so? I think you're just jealous. Jealous because I weren't inspired fashion from across the Ruby Sea while you're still trotting out that fusty old kimono. Poor child. Clearly my teachings weren't for naught, but I will deign to teach you one final lesson. This is what I propose. Let us compete to see which of us earns the favor of the Bugyo. Challenge accepted. You'll eat your words and your moth-eaten kimono both when the student outshines her teacher. Such confidence. I take it then you'll not be opposed to the conditions. The loser will immediately renounce her position and return to the scullery as an apprentice. Oh, but look at the time. A customer calls. Do try not to trip over your own feet when you practice now. Well. Ah, finally! Sparrow Kodatsu stands beside me. The air is so stuffy with musty old tradition that I can scarcely breathe. But a new wind blows in Kugane, and bold youth and individuality will win the day. I will see to this. And you'll help me, yes? I'll have you fashion the most eye-catching dress imaginable. Something that'll make the old hag shrink from the mere sight. I had something like... but what was that? What was the dignitary spoke of? The piece favored by his favorite dancing girl? The Navtharian bustier, was it? Well, whatever it's called, that is precisely what I want. You'll make it for me, yes? In my color, of course. Oh boy. Tell me, young master, this is a truly life and death battle for this butterfly. We can afford to spare no expense. And now I must return to my lessons. Okay. I gotta tell you. Well, it's not as revealing as the dancing girls in Old Daw, but the Thavnarian dress can be a pretty revealing. You spoke with my butterfly, I presume. What manner of dress does the girl seek this time? A dress even more revealing than that worn by the Old Dawn dancing girls. What is this strange sensation I feel in my chest? As always. The fuck? I heard something. Oh well. As always, the finest fabrics are at the inventory at your disposal. What we require. Oh dear, just between two of us, silk of a quality befitting that my butterfly is not cheaply had. And yet, so long as Kodocho's star continues to shine, the demand for Western fashions will spread, and our profits will only grow. The contest of Kodatsu, you say? With a loser forced to start her career from the lowest rung of the Geico ranks? This is most concerning to say the least. But no, I must trust in my butterfly. The girl has not achieved all that she has by walking the well-trodden path, and with my own confidence and boldness and daring must be equal to hers. You may follow Kodocho's orders to the letter and do so with my blessing. Yagiri will provide you all you require. Okay. Give me my materials! It only covers the... Forgive me, friend, I meant no disrespect. You must understand that we in Hingashi have but recently been exposed to the cultures and customs of your homeland. Judging from what I've seen of your work, I've no doubt that any garment you fashion will be an exquisite piece of unparalleled quality and good taste. Okay. Well, you guys will be surprised when you see this. I must say, okay. Well, there you go. It's lovely, my friend, but where's the rest of it? But I jest, it's just as I envisioned it. You see, we must have my butterfly tried on at once. Kodacho! Kodacho! Scream a little louder. What say you, my friends? Konocho! Forgive me. It was a bit too much for my senses to take in all at once. But now I see. I see it all. I see resolve and determination as never before. If you would bear your passion in full, know that you will have my unwavering support. You're too kind, young master. And Mistress Rai, you truly outdone yourself this time. It is so light and airy. Why, I feel as if I could take flight at this very instant. My battle to Kotsuru was all but won. That is the spirit, my butterfly. Do not let that one fluster you. Breathe deeply and show the bug of the fruits of the training, and Mistress Rai's masterpiece will show you to the rest. Thank you, my friends. Mark my words, my performance will be daring and bold as the dress you give to me. I will dance as I've never danced before. Forgive me. I seem to be short of breath. No doubt it is simply the anxiety I'm feeling in anticipation of my butterfly's most formidable trial yet. I'm sorry, Mrs. Rai, but I'm feeling rather faint. Would you be so kind as to keep me company here until my butterfly returns? Oh my god. Thank you for the company, my friend. Surely have passed out hours ago, were you not here on my side? But whatever's keeping Kotocho, surely the banquet was long over by now. Could it be that? No, my butterfly was triumphant. I'm sure of it. I can stand the anticipation no more. Let's split up and find the girlfriend. I'll make for the Buggy's estate. My search the piers. I have known Kotocho to look over the ocean there when she wants to clear her mind. Ugh. There you are. What's going on? Did you lose? Sounds like you lost. Mrs. Rai, whatever brings you here? Forgive me for worrying you so. I do not deserve your kindness. Oh, my butterfly, I think the calm you were safe. When you did not return to the banquet, I feared the worst. But pray tell, how did you fare in your contest with Kotsuru? Forgive me, young master, it is all over. And after all you've done for me. I failed you, my friends. The bustier Mistress Rai made for me was perfect, of course. All the blame lies with me. I was not worthy of it. The moment I stepped on the stage, all eyes in the audience fell on me. I saw the looks of shocked surprise in their faces, and before I knew it, my mind was blank, my body frozen. If only I hadn't given my training the same attention as my attire, I might have salvaged a performance worthy of the occasion. Oh, what a fool I am. Finally, you'll learn. I pity it is too late. That dress, or whatever you call it, is a marvel indeed. But I fear you also have made a fatal error of judgment, my girl. The honored guests of the Baguio, nearly to a man hailed from Razathan, the sight of a scantily clad dancing girl is nothing new to them. They may have been amused to see the fashions of their homeland on display here in Kugane, but make no mistake, that is not what that brought them here. They came to our shores to feast their eyes and ears on traditional Hinkin song and dance. Yes, the tradition that you're so quick to scorn. Worry not, you'll have plenty of time to learn to appreciate in your second apprenticeship. Watch closely and have the humility to learn from those around you. Mayhap you'll reclaim your position on your own merits. I, for one, will welcome that day. Should have known. I was never Kotsuru's equal. She sees clearly that all that I was blind to. The truth of my clients, of trends in fashion, even of myself. For all her harsh words, she was only looking out for me, doing all she could to teach me the ways of the world. Yet I responded to her with insolence. I'll not forget the lessons I have learned. I'll carry them in my heart at all times as I start over from where I began, that one day I might spread my wings and fly once more. Master Kamai, after all you've done for me, in the end I brought nothing but shame to you and your family's business. But I'll ask not for your forgiveness. No, for I must show my deeds that I am truly deserving of it. I promise that my flower will bloom once more. You'll wait until that day, yes? Oh, but of course, my sweet butterfly. To see you pursue your dreams with such single-minded devotion, the shackles of custom and tradition be damned, has filled me with a new sense of purpose. Perhaps your eyes was too swift, too striking for the staid, uncultured masses, but this I know. Stay true to yourself and devote yourself to your training, and your heir will come. It is but a matter of time. Thank you, my friends, and now I must return to my quarters and gather my belongings. Farewell, young master, Mistress Rai, till we meet again. I put on a smile for Kodocho's sake, but to speak the truth, I am at something of a loss right now. I'll return to my store and collect my thoughts. Pray stop by later. There are matters we should discuss. Well, that didn't turn out very well. What the hell? What the fuck? What's going on here? I don't think I've ever seen this before. He can disappear. Like the ninja he is. No? Then again, not around Kugane much, but I don't think I've ever seen that before. Uh-huh. Thank you for coming, my friend. To be quite honest, I fear what will become of our business without Kodocho delivering potential customers and draw attention to our Western fashions. Still, there is not to do but hawk our wares and hope that our butterfly stay in the apprentice ranks will be short-lived. In the meantime, pray continue to heighten your aesthetic senses and hone your craft. When Kodocho regains her status, I will gift her with a garment worthy of the occasion. This is why the most wonderful news. Our butterfly is a Geico once more. This day, Kodocho devoted herself to even the most menial of her tasks with such diligence that she quickly won over even the strictest of her seniors. She'll make her triumphant return at the Kugane Odori, the greatest spectacle in our fair city, where veteran Geico and fledgling Maiko alike take the stage of a vivid display of all the cultural riches and the Hanamachi has to offer. The festivities are held once a year, and as tradition goes, the Geico who earns the highest acclaim takes her place atop the flower district until such time as she is dethroned at a future event. As you might imagine, Kodotsuru has held that position since as long as I can remember. There has, however, been the most unexpected turn of events. Just the other day, Kotsuru announced that she'll not only be withdrawing from the festivities, but retiring from the Hanamachi altogether. Rumor has it that she is to be wed. The suddenness of it all has the flower district in a state of disarray. That said, this could very well be the chance of a lifetime for our butterfly, so I thought at least, yet for reasons I cannot comprehend, when I asked what she would wear this time, she simply lowered her head and walked away. It is entirely unlikely for her to be so glum on the eve of what very well might be the chance of a lifetime. Is it possible she harbors a word that she is ashamed to discuss with me? I cannot say, but I would be grateful. I'll be so grateful if you could talk with her in my stead. Alright. Let's go figure out what's bothering her. What's up, girl? Oh, Mrs. Rai, you've come to congratulate me on my promotion. You're always so kind. Sadly, I'm afraid I'm not in much mood for celebration. You need to cheer up. Thank you, friend, but you have heard the news, yes? Kodotsuru is leaving the Hanamachi and never to return. However can this be? It embarrasses me to say this, but were it not for Kodotsuru, I would not be the Geico I am today. As a child, I saw her twirl across the stage at the Kugane Odori, and it moved me so as nothing I had seen before. In that instance, I knew. I'll give anything to dance beside her one day. At the Buggy's banquet, my dream was finally realized. In the end, my performance was not worthy of sharing the same stage, yet still, deep down, the little girl inside me was giddy as could be. This is what sustained me as I scrubbed the floors and folded the kimono of girls years my junior. Knowing that if I did what was asked of me, the day would come that I could once more stand next to she who taught me everything, and this time proved my true worth. But now that day would never come, and so I have told the young master I will have need of his gifts no longer. To take the stage with this empty heart would only bring shame to him, and to the Flower District itself. You have been most kind to me, but I will be alone for my thoughts for a while. Tell Master Kamai I'm sorry. Well, shit. I'll thank the Kami you returned. You spoke with my butterfly, yes? What is it that pains her? I see. Let her rival and role model to bring her focus. Kodocho has lost the will to go on. The poor girl. Why must she torture herself so? That said, it's quite like her. So once she has set her mind to something, she is not easily swayed by words of others. It can be one of her most endearing qualities, and at times like this, one of her most frustrating. As a girl's patron, it is my duty to support her in any way I am able. To this end, this has mostly taken the form of tangible gifts, but it would seem my butterfly requires a different sort of favor from us this day. That's just right. Would you be so kind to accompany me to speak with Kodotsuru? We may yet be able to convince her to reconsider her decision. She is known to be to frequent the piers at this time of night. I will be along as soon as I have seen the two manners run the shop. Thank you, my friend. They love going to the pier, apparently. And she's in the same place too. What's wrong with you now? Are you glum now? Well, if this isn't the adventure that fool child is always imposing on, whatever brings you here. Kodotsuru, you must hear us out. The young girl's very life hangs in the balance. Must you always be so dramatic? You're free to make your plea, though I, of course, am free to deny it. I beg of you, Kodotsuru, pray postpone your retirement, if only for a fortnight. Say that you will dance at the Kukui no Dori one last time. Forgive me, but this life is my own to live. To tell the truth, I had already put off my marriage quite long enough. Though I am getting no younger, I could not very well lead the Hanamachi without knowing I had a worthy successor, one who could lead the Flower District for years to come. But things are different now. There is at least one who could follow in my footsteps. She is already a favorite of the crowds, though once she stumbled, she has risen again, with newfound humility to temper her passion. I will step aside and let her take center stage. Meanwhile, the girl whom you speak is saying that she may never dance again. This is why we have come to you, Kodotsuru. You must save our butterfly. Whatever would you need of me? You're her patron, are you not? It is you and Mistress Roy who have supported her through the most taxing trials, not I. You are what she herself strives to be. You may be her patrons and her friends, but you, Kodotsuru, you are the one who she was looked up to, and what she herself one day would be. The girl has come far, but she is still a girl. Without you to guide her, to challenge her to more than who she is today, she is as good as lost. One last chance to share the stage with her idol, to prove herself worthy. This is all my butterfly wants, and if she is deprived of it, it will haunt her for the rest of her days. We beg of you, Kodotsuru, do not abandon the child in her moment of need. You propose another contest? Be forewarned that I would not take the challenge lightly. If I were to defeat her again, who is to say she would not flee the Hanamachi with her tail between her legs? If that's how it goes, it would only show that she was not ready to carry on your legacy after all. If that is the case, it was better you learn now rather than later, no? Indeed. Harsher words than I would expect to hear from you, Kamai, and yet there is truth in them. Very well, I'll acquiesce your request. You will see me on stage at the Kugane Odori, on one condition. Kodocho and I will don the same dress and dance the same dance. A dance of my choosing. We shall perform the ancient dance that came to Higashi from Doma in days long past. The Tenyo no Mai. The Tenyo no Mai. The dance of an angel lured down from her sequestered home in the sky. But Doman custom dictates that all who dance the Tenyo Mai must wear a Tenyo Hagoromo in the classic tradition, of course. Simply nothing else will do. Now, Master Kamai, I trust you will be seeing to my attire as well as that of your precious butterfly, yes? But of course it'll be our pleasure. Why, Master Cecila? You may consider it a wedding present from the both of us too. Both of us to you. That said, this is quite unprecedented. I cannot recall the last time a dance of ancient Doma has performed at the Kugane Odori, much less a time when two Lee and Geico performed in identical garb. You seek to level the playing field, ensure this is a test of pure skill. Very astute, Kamai. For all your posturing at times, I look in your eyes and see the man who found me in the tea houses, who brought me my first kimono so many years ago. Father? At any rate, did he see father? I think I might have skipped over that. At any rate, consider all your conditions accepted, Katsuru. For all you have done, will do for my butterfly. I thank you. And with that, I shall return to the Flower District. I look forward to my present, Mistress Rai. Well, that went about as well as I could have expected. Still, we haven't any time to lose, so let's meet back at the shop. I'll send for a Kodocho. Kodocho. Whoa. Wonderful. If you would see while we are here. Excellent. Kodocho, there's something you must know. Wait, young master, there's something I would say as well. To both of you. You've been so gracious with me, lavishing with me upon me presents I scarce deserved. But I fear I can't accept your patronage no longer. Whatever passion for my art I once had burns with me no longer. And so I'll believe in the Flower District. Forever. Wait, my sweet butterfly, have you not heard the news? Kototsuru has agreed to give one last performance at the Kugane Odori. What's more, she has issued a personal challenge to you. What? Could this be true? She has, however, given her conditions. The two of you perform as one the Tenyo Mai, the dance of ancient Doma, and do so clad in identical Tenyo Hagoromo fashioned by Mistress Rai's hand. Can my ears be believed? I'll not share only the same stage as Kototsuru, but don the same dress and dance the same dance? Change of plans, young master. Your butterfly will not be retiring after all. After all, I must send Kototsuru off in grand fashion, you must be not. Mrs. Rai, might I trouble you with one last commission? Those are the eyes burning with passion that stole within my heart that day. We stand by your side as ever, my butterfly. Pray show us that dance of your lifetime and give Kototsuru the wedding present that only you can provide. Young master, Mistress Rai, words cannot convey my gratitude for all you have done for me. I promise you this time will be different. No, I will not shirk my training for even a moment. But what am I still doing here? I must begin at once. This will be the final piece I ask of you, friend. I need not impress upon you the gravity of it all. For my part, I can assure you I spared no expense in procuring the finest of materials. Fabrics of the purest white, so pure one would think they were weaved by the angels themselves. White to symbolize Kototsuru's betrothal and Kotocho's rebirth. A traditional garment of the East. It will doubtless be unlike any dress you have fashioned before, but I trust in your talent and all you've learned since coming here to Kugane. I am most looking forward to seeing your Hagoromo. My god. Give me my materials! Here you go. Excellent. I'll not spoil the moment by looking upon them here and now. No, deliver the dress to Hanamachi at once. You have my most sincere gratitude for all you have done for us. Pray do not miss the festivities. I am quite certain it will be a spectacle for the ages. Let's see this grand event. Hello, guy. What's up? Ah, there you are, Mrs. Rai. Kodacho and Katsuru are set to take the stage in any moment now. Just look at them, my friend. If such a thing were possible, I could swear that two angels descended from the heavens stand before our very eyes. Every glance, every movement in perfect unison. It's as if the two of them were breathed as one. Is this still our mortal world we live in? Pray pinch me, my friend, if that might be certain I have not been spared away to a land of dream and fancy. On second thought, stay your hand. For even if we were trapped in a fantasy, never to return whence we came, if I could watch these two for all eternity, I would gladly accept such a fate. Well, that was a performance. I have no words for the beauty I just witnessed. It's as if I am lost in a dream, which I hope never to wake. You can thank Mistress Rai for that. From the moment I wrapped myself in this Hagoromo, it was as if I had truly transformed into an angel. In all my years on the stage, I never felt as I did this day. It was as if our bodies and souls were one. I knew not where one of us ended up. I knew not where one of us ended and the other began. And to think that I almost left the Hanamachi without ever having experienced the rapture of this night. Kodatsuru, forgive the headstrong, foolish girl you knew, and know that the woman who stands before you understands all that you have done for me through the years, and thanks you from the bottom of her heart. It would appear our contest has ended in a draw, but I would have it no other way. Once I dreamed the day when I would surpass you, but today a new dream was born inside of me. All that you give me, I will share with those around me. The young master, Mistress Rai, and all those in Kugane, citizen and wayfarer alike, who would honor me with their patronage. The flower district will be in safe hands. Farewell, my dear sister, and may happiness for the rest of your days. Thank you, my dear, but let us say the farewells for the proper occasion, shall we? Or is the shining star of the Hanamachi in such demand that she refused an invitation to perform at my ceremony? Happy endings! Mrs. Raw, you truly outdid yourself this time. I have not the words to convey the full depths of my gratitude. With Kodotsu's retirement, the changing of the guard is complete. Kodocho will assume her place at the top of the ranks of the Geico, where she will lead the Flower District in a new era. Great changes are coming, no doubt, but I am confident my butterfly is up to the task. After that ethereal performance, word has it all, and the Hanamachi feel the same. I spoke with the girl just before you came. She says that henceforth she intends to perform in both the Yorzian dresses you fashioned for her and the traditional kimono you handed down to her by Kodotsuru. In this way, she says she would usher the Flower District into the future while taking care never to lose sight of the traditions of the past. Oh, how the girl has grown. My apologies, it is unlike me to get so emotional. And this, I do believe, marks the most successful conclusion to our contract. Thank you, my friend, and rest assured that my butterfly will see that your sublime fashions do not go to waste. I do hope that your sojourn in Kugano has been a fruitful one. After all, mayhap your countrymen in Eorzea might take interest in Hankin fashions as we have taken an interest in yours. But forgive me, this is but a humble suggestion. Till our paths cross again, safe travels, my friend. Alright, that was exciting. Honestly, it was not as funny as the level 1 to 50 quests with that whole fashion disaster with what's his name. But it was still a pretty good story. But yeah, that is the Weaver 50 through 70 quest line. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Later.